Happy Fragrant Friday, Fraghead. Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy, coming at you with a new review. You know, you've seen the title, you've seen the description, I've talked about it, you have asked, it's time. Baccarat Rouge 540. You know, thanks in part to Elin. You know, she reached out. Thank you, Elin. I really appreciate that. And come and suggested that I really needed to sample this one. And I am so happy that I did. It kind of started when I did Cloud, when I reviewed Cloud by Ariana Grande. After that, everyone said that this is a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540, and I said I really can't speak to that. And then I reviewed Santal Carmine by Atelier Cologne, and people also said that that was a clone. So, you know, I've talked about it, and it's just time, isn't it? So let's take a look at this fragrance, and there's a lot going on. I'm going to start off with some of the backstory, and then I'll get into the notes. Before I do, though, let me just quickly say, since last Friday, yet again, we've had an absolute tsunami of new subscribers, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. As a small, humble channel, I really appreciate your support, and always remember to like, comment, subscribe, and forward these on to your friends, fellow frag heads. It really helps. So here's what's intriguing about the name and the house, right? When it comes to these two, I did way too much research. In fact, in the bonus feature, I'm not going to read it, but in the bonus feature, I will be reading even more. So if you'd like to know more about the name and the backstory and all that, then check out the bonus feature. It's usually approximately the last 2 minutes of the episode. So Baccarat. Baccarat is a French glassware company. Very prestigious. They make beautiful glassware, and they're known for their red crystal embellishments. So you might ask, well, how do they create the red hue in their glassware? And they do that by adding 24 karat gold powder to the materials as they're making the glassware, and they heat it up to, correct, 540 degrees Fahrenheit. Not Celsius. Haha. So Baccarat Rouge refers to the company Baccarat Rouge because it has a red hue to their color, to their products, and 540 refers to the degrees in Fahrenheit that they heat the materials up to. So in 2014, for their to commemorate their 250th anniversary, Baccarat reached out to this house and asked them to do a limited edition fragrance. And so the house put out, again, you guessed it, 250 bottles as a limited edition, and they did so well that they decided to put this in their main line. So that's where the name comes from, and that's where it started, right? Was they reached out and they had this encounter, as the house calls it, and to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the company. That was 2014, so this is a 2015 release. So that's the name. Now, it's affectionately referred to as BR540. In English, I think people, for obvious reasons, don't want to say Baccarat Rouge, even though I love to say it. So I will try my best to say BR540 the rest of the way out. The Baccarat Rouge might slip out, though. I'm not going to make any promises. So when it comes to the house, this is Maison Francis Kurkdjian. So Kurkdjian. If you guys are in the U.S., by the way, and you follow sports, you know that there is a sports reporter who works for a couple places, but one's ESPN, and his name is Tim Kurkdjian. So Kurkdjian is in English the pronunciation. It is Kurkdjian. That is an Armenian last name. So in Francis's case, his parents were from Armenia. They moved to France, and he was born in France. So you can either say Francis Kurkdjian, or you can say Francis Kurkdjian. So either way, I think a lot of times people, again, want to sidestep the pronunciation, and so this is affectionately referred to as MFK. So the house oftentimes, even in print, is called MFK, but it is Maison Francis Kurkdjian out of Paris. So I will refer to the house as MFK. So now we have the name of the fragrance. Now we have the house taken care of, and now let's take a look at the notes. But the nomenclature is important. Let's be honest. This one is just been. I have really, really enjoyed this one. So here's the backstory on the package. So the MFK website has a deal right now, or maybe they always do. You get 4 samples. You choose any 4 you want, and for approximately, I think it was like $18 around there. That's including though shipping and handling, because they don't charge for that. You get 4 samples sent to you. I chose 4, but I had to start off with Baccarat Rouge. BR 540, and of course, our little running theme here. They sent a postcard, so the same thing applies. It says from Paris with love, Francis Kurkdjian. You can absolutely. I would send this to you if you would like. So send me a DM in Instagram at that Cologne guy. If you would like me to send you this postcard. So, okay, when it comes to these 4, I'm going to start off with this one. I got the 4 samples sent to me, and I have to tell you, I've sniffed each one. In fact, I sniffed each one in separately, of course, but in a very small room. Then I came back in the room later on, and the combination of the 4 was just exquisite. I have to tell you, I am very, very impressed by the fragrances in this house. Because this is my first time smelling fragrances from this house, I have to say that I can really see how people go to niche and become anti-designer snobs once they smell something like this. It's truly exquisite, and it's been an absolute joy and pleasure to wear this fragrance this week. Okay, so let's get to the notes. With regard to the notes, you're going to get a saffron and jasmine blast. After that, you're going to get cedar and ambergris. That said, though, honestly, you can really throw the notes out from me, because what I get about, majority, we'll just get, 80% cotton candy, and then 20% caramelized sugar. This is a very fun, energetic, positive fragrance. I just really, really like this one a lot. But here's what I don't get. So, all right, so if you have stumbled upon this review because you are looking for a review specifically on BR 540, then the main thing for me is that you should take away is a lot of people have said this is a Band-Aid smell or an iodine smell. And I even saw somebody said that it smells like condoms. I guess if condoms smell like cotton candy, I just don't get that at all. I don't get iodine. I certainly don't get Band-Aid. I don't really get that at all. But you should know that many people have said that, specifically the Band-Aid one, it gets the most. I don't see that. For me, this is definitely cotton candy, and with a little caramelized sugar in it. I absolutely love this fragrance. So this all started really when it came to my first review of Cloud by Ariana Grande. In that one, I wasn't really able to say if that was a clone or not, because a lot of people said it was a clone of this one. So I can definitely tell you now, the Cloud by Ariana Grande is a clone of this fragrance, no doubt. So if you are strapped for cash and you want to smell fantastic and like cotton candy, but you don't have the money, Cloud by Ariana Grande would be a much more affordable one. This one is definitely better, and in my opinion, it's worth the money. So I just mean if you are able to pull this off, you should. But I reviewed Cloud and I really like that one. To me, it's sweeter and I would say it's slightly more feminine. That's just my opinion though, but it's definitely a clone. The Santal Carmine by Atelier Cologne to me is a distinctly different release. I see that as having a lot more saffron. I don't see that as a clone of BR540. I love how the niche companies take the risks, right? And then all these other companies scramble around and try to throw out clones. But these guys are the ones in the trenches taking the risks. And this one has paid off for them big time. It's an amazing fragrance. So let's get to, actually the news just keeps getting better because we're going to go to longevity, projection, and sillage now. Off the charts, beast mode. For me, on my skin, in fact, longevity and projection are so good. The couple days ago I wore it, and I'm outside quite a bit, and I walk to work, and so it was rainy. I had to walk to and from work, and oftentimes when I'm outside, a fragrance will dissipate. This was a monster, actually. Longevity was 10 plus. I would say, in fact, let's just put 12 plus on there. And then projection is just full on beast mode. When you walk into a room, it will project well beyond an arm's length. Love that about this fragrance. This one is a bold fragrance. This one declares to the room in which you have entered, I have arrived. So this one is a bold release. Absolutely love that about this fragrance. So longevity is 12 plus. Projection is well beyond an arm's length for a very, very, very long time. And as I said earlier, a couple days ago, I was coming in and out. I was taking walks. It was raining. And the next day, I got up, worked out, and I could still pick up the fragrance on my skin as I was working out the next day. So this is like almost like Interlude Man by Amouage Zone or Yop pour Homme. We're looking into still being able to pick it up the next morning kind of situation. So absolutely what you would want from a niche release. Hopefully, please tell me that they haven't done a reformulation and now it's watered down, but oh well. So sillage again, this is something you would want to wear to social events when you want to get noticed, you want to get compliments, you want people to pick up your fragrance. Coming in and out of rooms, the scent trail is absolutely phenomenal. So there you have it. That is the great news. When it comes to gender, I would say, for me personally, I would say that this is a unisex fragrance. As I said earlier, I think Cloud by Ariana Grande is slightly more feminine, although I would wear it. But I think this one is a little bit more unisex. So I don't know. What do you want to say? Just right down the pike, perhaps? I think just about as unisex as it gets. I definitely don't see this as too feminine. I would love to wear this, but I also think it would smell wonderful on a woman. So I'm going to say right down the middle. 50-50. Those who wear it as a signature scent, I'll say 50% women, 50% men. And absolutely not too feminine for me by any stretch of the imagination. Who doesn't want to smell like cotton candy and caramelized sugar? Come on. Okay, so when it comes to the age, this is a very fun, positive, energetic fragrance, but it's not too youthful. So absolutely stroke of genius on the part of MFK. Because I would put this as 20 and up. So I'm not gonna give a range. I'm just gonna say 20 and up because practically, what the hell? Let's just say anyone, any age can wear this. All right. middle school and up. Anybody can wear this. In fact, I saw in Fragrantica somebody was looking for fragrance for their 11-year-old son. So let's just say absolutely anyone could wear this fragrance. If I had to think of a target audience, though, of people who have this as their signature scent, I would probably imagine 20 to 40, but that's just me. In the end, as far as this isn't something that's going to mark a certain age or decade by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, now seasons. I would say this is another one that I think we're just going to get good news on. I guess I would say for me, any time of the year except for really, really hot. But then again, it's cotton candy and caramelized sugar, and that's amusement parks. So that's exactly when you would be wearing it, would be the summer. So I'm pretty much going to say again that this is a fragrance that transcends season. How's that? Okay. When it comes to events, I have to say this one is not as versatile. I don't think this is a highly versatile fragrance. I would see this personally more as an evening, a nighttime, a romantic night out, a weekend. Okay, I don't see this as an office daytime. That said, though, if you absolutely could do that, I would just say be very, go easy on the trigger, as the frag heads say. So just go easy on the trigger. Do not put on too many sprays. So I personally, if I wore this to work, I'd probably go one on each side of the neck and just leave it there at 2. And then if I wore it any other time, I'd probably go usually the 5, right? I'd go one on each side of the neck, one on each wrist, and one either on the chest or back of the neck, if I went out. But if I wore it to the office, you just want to be real careful with it. There's nothing that would suggest like that it's inoffensive or it's way too strong or it's off-putting by any means, but it is powerful. So I would say more likely would be nighttime social event, but absolutely okay, acceptable for the office. When I imagine this fragrance, I imagine many different scenarios, actually. And that's what I love about it. I imagine maybe wearing a suit. I imagine a formal social event. I imagine something lighthearted, like an amusement park in Paris. And at the end of the spending the day in an amusement park, you smell like cotton candy and caramelized sugar, and you're taking a stroll along right on the bridge next to Notre Dame, and you're overlooking the water, and you share a romantic kiss to end the night. That to me, BR 540 encapsulates so many different emotions, and that's what I love about this fragrance. So there you have it. There's nothing left to do then as far as the rating, but to give this easily a 5 out of 5 sprays in my rating system. I even thought about giving the coveted elusive 6 bonus, right? Like I did for Jubilation 25. If a fragrance truly transcends everything and it's just why fragrances are made, if it's the epitome of why a fragrance is made, like Jubilation 25 by Amouage, I give it a 6 out of 5. This one actually came close. I think the versatility is a little bit too limited. A little bit. That's just because I'm being strict. And I'll boo myself on this one. I don't like the whole minimal. I know minimalism is in. I know that, okay? And they just put the labels and, everything is, I get it, okay? But when a house has the same bottle for all their releases and they just put a different, maybe color or label on it, I don't like that. I like when each release has its own bottle design. And so they all have, this house always has the same bottle, and yeah, come on, for that kind of money, you should really give us different bottles and make it artistic, don't you think? I know minimalism is in, I get it, but I don't like it. So that's all I can come up with, though. Other than these minute points, this one is a wonderful fragrance, and it has been a true pleasure to wear this week. So I'm going to go 5 out of 5 sprays. If any of the reviewers out there actually give it I think less than, maybe a 4. You'd have to think that maybe it's because of the Band-Aid feel to it, or which I don't get, or that they just don't like the cotton candy caramelized sugar element to this fragrance. If you don't like a sweet gourmand, you're not probably going to like this fragrance. That said, I don't think we should just limit it to that. It is so much more, because it does have ambergris and it does have cedar and some other notes. But it's not ultra sweet. It's just delicious. Okay, so 5 out of 5. We have nothing else to do but to go 1 on each wrist, 1 on each side of the neck, and how about run right? I've got Celtic, so let's go ahead and just go right on the chest. Baccarat Rouge. Here we go. Boom. 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 Oh yeah. Boom. And boom. All right, folks, there you have it. Another review by the boards. This one was so much fun. The investigation, the research, the smells, the package scent. I have loved everything about this week, and I hope you have too. Have a wonderful week. Take care. And don't forget, in the bonus feature, I will be reading a little bit more about the backstory on the name. Other than that, hope you're doing well. Always support the channel, and always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. Okay, so welcome to the bonus feature. I'm going to read a few things that I found, and I mentioned them in the review, but I wanted to actually just full-on read in the bonus feature. I know a lot of people don't really get into too much of this, but I really like to know where things came from and why and what's going on. And so I'm going to read a couple things, and I'm looking down because I'm directly reading from my phone with an incredibly cracked screen, so I will do my best. All right, this is Baccarat Rouge. Created for both men and women, Baccarat Rouge 540, the latest fragrance from Francis Kurkdjian, or Francis Kurkdjian, is a collaboration between the master French perfumer and the Crystal House. An encounter, he says, to celebrate its 250th anniversary. The company is renowned for its chandeliers and glassware with these red crystal embellishments, red being the signature color of Baccarat since 1847, when its first red crystal was created. And it is this transubstantiation of heat and mineral, as well as the sublime craftsmanship required to create the red Baccarat crystal, that has inspired the perfume, and which Kurkdjian has attempted to recreate in fragrance form. The plot thickens. A fragrance called Baccarat Rouge 540 was launched as a limited edition in 2014 when the French Crystal House celebrated its 250th anniversary. It was bottled in 250 luxurious artisanal bottles. Since the production process, it was bottled in 250 luxurious artisanal bottles. But now, after 1 year, the scent has migrated into the regular MFK line, and what's important, has become more moderate for the customers. So, for those of you out there who absolutely love this fragrance, maybe you should try to get your hands on one of the original limited edition bottles. Then it goes on to say, its name is an homage to the unique method of creating crystal clear scarlet cut glass invented in 1847. The key to the fantastic red shade is 24 karat gold powder added to the crystal and heated up to 540 degrees Fahrenheit. Rouge 540 is made in the same groove as the previous Kurkdjian's works, and this is all you need to know about it. Oh, that was a bit catty. It has a trendy effortlessness It has a trendy effortlessness. It's a truly tidy, noble fragrance, light and subtle. I don't know about light, but it feels confident and calm. It has the kind of transcending beauty that doesn't catch the eye immediately, but somehow attracts attention and calms things down. Baccarat, to be clear, is a fragrance that lets your nose rest. It's elusive, even at minimal distance, and can be noticed only when in very close contact. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Thanks to this, it projects very, very well. Thanks to this characteristic, it can be considered as white noise or a perfume for yourself, gentle and familiar, unobstructed. Yeah, it's definitely not a perfume for yourself. Maybe if you're out in a field completely by yourself, but if you're in a room with other people, they will pick it up. All right, so now I'm going to read the description in this sample. A graphic and highly condensed signature. This eau de parfum lays on the skin like an amber floral and woody breeze. The aerial notes of jasmine and the radiance of saffron carry mineral facets of ambergris and woody tones of freshly cut cedar wood. Actually, that's pretty good, isn't it? All right, there you have it. More description, probably more than you needed to know, which is why I put it in the bonus feature. Have a great week. Take care.